All right. Sharing screen. Boom, boom. All right. So welcome. Class number 6, the fire element. So today is all about the heart. So let's all drop in together. Feel your feet on the ground. Take that big breath in through the nose and feel your crown extend up to the sky. As you exhale, let out that sigh. Tuning into the vibration of your heart. Inhaling, building a smile through the heart. One more time, tuning into gratitude for our life. Activating the pillar of light in each of us. Feeling our feet like roots going down into the earth. Feeling our heart connected to Mother Earth. Then feeling our crown, our mind connecting to the sun, the universal intelligence, and calling in our higher self. Calling in the wisdom, the unconditional love and nourishment for our soul journey here and now. As we open the doorway to new possibilities and new creations for our life. Then massage your belly, massage your heart, smiling down. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. So the objectives for today, one is the invitation to deeper sacred space. 2 is nourishing the heart, nourishing our heart. In Chinese medicine, the heart is the emperor and feels all emotions. And so as we work with the heart today, we are going to have some really practical skills and tools to utilize throughout our life. And the practice that we're going to really focus on today is called Tummo. Tummo, which means inner fire. And we're going to dive real deep into that practice. And then the last, we're going to learn how to work with our anxiety and how to transform that through purpose and play. But first, I'm going to read you one of my favorite poems this is my favorite all-time poetry book. It's small, and it's called The Subject Tonight is Love. And how fitting for our night together here. And so as I read this poem, I want you to feel, okay, open up all of your senses. And the Buddha says that the transmission comes through the silence. It comes in between the words. So allow yourself to open up your soul, your heart, to listen in a new way as we open the gates to sacred space together. Light will someday split you open, even if your life is now a cage. For a divine seed, the crown of destiny is hidden and sown on an ancient, fertile plain you hold the title to. Love will surely burst you wide open into an unfettered, blooming new galaxy. Even if your mind is now a spoiled mule, a life-giving radiance will come. The friend's gratuity will come. Oh, look again within yourself, for I know you were once the elegant host to all the marvels in creation. From a sacred crevice in your body, a bow rises each night and shoots your soul into God. Behold the beautiful drunk singing one, from the lunar vantage point of love. He is conducting the affairs of the whole universe. She is conducting the affairs of the whole universe, while throwing wild parties in a treehouse on a limb in your heart. Just close your eyes and breathe. Breathe in the essence of your soul, the magic of your soul, of your heart. I invite you into this sacred space with me tonight. And as we drop in now, just observe what you're feeling. Begin to open to a deeper trust in your heart, deeper trust in the knowing inside your soul. And contemplate for a moment, what lights you up? What do you love doing? What do you love engaging in? What do you love about your life right now? What are you grateful for about your life right now? Even if it's something small. And so we activate our heart through the simple act of gratitude, love. And the frequency of our heart begins to expand and grow. What's your soul song? What is your soul song? Just close your eyes for a moment and feel the resonance inside of you. Let your mind begin to slow down as you connect to your breath. And as you breathe and see a light in your heart, what is the harmony, the vibration of your soul? What does it feel like, look like, sound like? And if you close your eyes and imagine singing at the top of a mountain, what, where, who are you? We're opening to a deeper love, an unconditional love, a love that is here, always, always accessible, no matter what. It's not something that you have to earn. It's something that you are. So in this moment, just breathe into your heart. Begin to see little musical notes of your soul song. In my studies, one of the biggest parts of my practice has been chanting, mantra, toning. There's plenty of science around the benefits of sound vibration, so I'm not going to go into all of that right now. But in the mystical traditions, and specifically today, I'm going to share with you the tradition of the Kabbalah and the Tibetan tradition, Tibetan Buddhism. There are languages of light. And what that means is these languages have a certain frequency, a certain vibration that resonates within our hearts, within our souls, and helps to create our reality. And so just as our words are powerful, the sound vibration and the essence, the root languages of the enlightened ones that we sing, we are tuning into that frequency of all the awakened beings who have sung these same tunes and songs and tones. And so understanding which soul song to sing becomes our choice, our mission, and our work. And over the last decade, I found a powerful resonance with a number of different mantras and songs. And when I am feeling disconnected, and also when I'm feeling, good, I sing these songs and it clears the fog. It clears the clouds. It clears the pathway. And there's a direct linkage to higher consciousness, to God, to the universe, to the source of all creation. And so as you look to your left, you see that image there. And you see those beautiful musical notes and tones and the sound vibrations as we do them today together. It activates our glands. It activates the vibrational frequencies of our higher self and attunes that to our biological rhythms. And it clears through the clouds and helps us to create that direct link. So remember that as a physical being, everything is vibration. Everything is vibration. And so we are fine-tuning the musical instrument of our physical vehicle. Fine-tuning the musical instrument of our physical vehicle. So the simple process is one, gratitude opens the door. And our soul song clears the way, makes the link. And the third is the dedication of our spiritual practice that anchors the vibration into our body and into our world so that we can see it manifest in our life, in our work, in our relationships. It's not just for us. And the best thing that we can do for the planet is to awaken. Because as we awaken, we send those ripples out like beacons of light, and other people can feel it. Which is why for thousands of years we have wanted to be in the presence of spiritual beings, of teachers, of gurus, of masters. And we're healed through the presence. It's through your presence. Through your presence. And the soul song will find you. The soul song will find you. So my invitation for you today is to allow and invite your soul in a deeper level. And so in your own heart, in your own mind, just repeat with me. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am love. I am love. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am here. I am committed. I am awake. And I pray to remember when I forget. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, help us remember when we forget. Help us remember. Help us remember. Help us remember every morning, every day when we wake up. Now relax back. And take those deep breaths, those warrior's breaths into your heart, into your lungs. Feel that commitment to your soul essence. Your soul song will find you. And you will have more than one. They may come from various traditions, from different pathways. So open your heart to receiving what that is, now and in the coming days. I'm going to sing to you one of my soul songs. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzebayot, 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 Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzebayot. Resting in stillness, feeling the vibration of your soul, connected, directed by a higher purpose, a higher plan. Feeling that inward smile in your heart. That is a Hebrew chant. And it calls in divine love, protection, and healing. And it attunes our higher self. It attunes the biorhythms of our body with our higher self. And it's what is here on my arm, this prayer. And so after 2 years of singing this song each morning, using the mala beads, doing it 108 times every day, I began to see these visions, lights, clarity on my purpose, my mission. And it found me. So this is an activation for you right now. It's a transmission from your own highest self. Now we'll do a practice together to help activate and open our central channel and allow an even deeper pathway for your own soul song. And so maybe you resonate with this song. You want to sing it, commit to singing it. And I will give you the exact tone and we can practice. And maybe this song is not for you. That's okay. But you will find it. And maybe it's already there. Maybe there's already songs that lift up your soul and your spirit and clear the clouds, clear the darkness. So this next one is one of my favorites, and this comes from the Tibetan tradition. And it's Om Ah Hum, which is used to clear the body, speech, and mind. And for our purposes here in Qigong, it's used to clear our three energy centers, our mind, our heart, and our belly. So it's like this. Just listen very closely. Om Ha Hum. Now put one hand on the back of your mind, or on the back of your occiput rather, one hand on your heart. We'll feel the vibration. Especially on the you'll feel the back of the brain vibrate. Okay. And then on the H-U-N-G, hung, you'll feel the brain vibrate. The ha, you'll feel the heart vibrate. Okay. And the hoo, do that for a moment. Put one hand on the belly and go hoo. And you'll feel your belly kind of pooch out a little bit. Hoo, hoo. It's like you're about to lift something heavy. Hoo, hoong, hoong, hoong. And as you do it, lift your perineum to create a seal. We're creating a resonating chamber inside of ourselves to provide more powerful vibration. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to do it, practice it a few times. Deep breath in. Om Ha Hum. Om Ha Hum. Now we're going to go up a notch. Om Ha Hum. Om Ha Hum. Now relax your arm by your side. We'll do this together. Inhaling, feel the vibration in your mind, your heart, your belly. Om Ha Hum. Om Ha Hum. Om Ha Hum. Om Ha Hum. There we go. Back down. Om Ha Hum. Om Ha Hum. Higher. Om Ha Hum. Om Ha Hum. Feel the vibration, feel the resonance. Om Ha Hum. Om Ha Hum. Higher. Om Ha Hum. Om Ha Hum. A little higher. Om Ha Hum. Om Ha Hum. Lower. Om Ha Hum. Om Ha Hum. Higher. Om Ha Hum. Om Ha Hum. Higher. Om Ha Hum. Om Ha Hum. Now softly. Om Ha Hum. Now one hand on your heart, one on your belly. Om Ha Hum. Even slower. Om Ha Hum. Om Ha Hum. With a smile. Om Ha Hum. Now like a hum, even softer. Om Ha Hum. Relax into the sound vibration. Om Ha Hum. Like a whisper. Saying it with your spirit inwardly. And seeing a sphere of light in your brain, in your heart, and in your belly. United, clear. Your central channel is an open vessel. That vessel of light goes deep down into the earth and high into the sky. Give yourself permission to receive all the love, all the support, all the nourishment for your precious earth journey. It's all here for you, dear one. Just relax, trust. You don't have to know it all. You don't have to figure it out. Let yourself enjoy the great mystery of life. Find play within your purpose. Have fun. Enjoy your journey. Observing how you feel. And then drop a note in the chat box, please. What do you feel right now? What do you notice right now? What sensations, feelings, insight, what is here for you right now? And let yourself move in a subtle way, listening to the wisdom inside, helping to open our body, open our physical vessel to hold more light. So when you get the moment, drop a line in the chat box. So the Om Ahum, that's a Tibetan language. And there's 5 primary languages of light, although I feel there are more. Hebrew, Tibetan, Sanskrit, Chinese, and Egyptian. I also believe that there's other indigenous languages that are also speaking these codes of light into our DNA. And that's why there's such a powerful reawakening of all this ancient knowledge and wisdom for us at this time to reawaken our souls, reawaken the planet, and heal, and heal, and heal, and create a new earth together. Okay. I'm going to stop the share for a moment. Beautiful. Overwhelming sense of comfort and growing trust in what will be. Feel a calming of any anxious energy. Like a feeling I'm going to be okay. Trust. A resonance between all 3 energy centers. Beautiful. So we're going to move to our next portion here. All right. So the 3 most powerful anchors to drop into your heart and into stillness. 1 is love and gratitude. Right? At any moment, we can begin to tune in to that sense of love for our life, to the gratitude, appreciation. It doesn't take much. And the Institute of Heart Math is verifying all of this science. And we know that our thoughts lead our energy. So tuning into gratitude's simple thing. Second, what we just experienced is sound, chanting, toning, singing. And it has been paramount in my spiritual journey and practice, is having a regular toning practice. And I treat it, I treat my spiritual practice like I treat my physical training practice. There's a time and a season for everything. So there's times where I'll go for, 1 month, 40 days, maybe 100 days where I'm doing one specific mantra because it resonates strongly with my soul and there's a powerful meaning. So I want to really get that in my bones. Or like a Qigong practice, I dedicate to one specific Qigong practice, and so I call it my spiritual cross training. And so I'll have my primary practice, that's my devotion. And then I'll also have, my breath work that I do maybe 3 days a week. Or I'll have other practices that I engage in depending on what I need, And that's what my goal is for you in this training is you have the sounds to help clear emotion, to cleanse the organs. And then you also have, breathwork practices to realign, to recenter at any time, at any place, right? So these 3 things, the gratitude, the sound, and the breath work, you can use at any time. So that's all I got to say about that. And we're going to go into deeper practice here very shortly. Okay, the emotional transformation of the heart. So the heart is the emperor. It feels all emotions. And when we are feeling anxious, that energy can easily turn into nervousness or overwhelm. Now, for those of you who have played a sport, or maybe you've done public speaking or other things, right? You feel that anxiousness. But we can turn that anxiousness into resilience, into excitement. That same energy of anxiety, we can turn into a positive thing. And so the first way to transform our anxiety into resilience is through connecting to our bigger purpose, right? So we begin to tune into gratitude for the challenge at hand. Okay, I'm nervous. Holy shit. I've got to do this big speech, or I've got to present this thing, or I got to show up for my job, my work, whatever the case may be. Okay, I'm grateful. Thank you. All right, here we go. And then when I feel that, I just acknowledge that energy. Okay, I'm nervous. I'm scared. Something's coming out. I acknowledge it. I'm not running from it. And then I'll use that subtle sigh to just calm the heart, calm the mind. And the minimum effective dosage is 3. And it's easy. You can do it inwardly, even if you're in a meeting. Just it doesn't have to be super loud and audible for it to work. And then what we're going to learn today is the Tummo practice. So the gratitude and the ha, that's something you can do, anytime, anywhere, right? The Tummo practice is a more specific daily practice that I've implemented at various times when I'm in transition, or when I know that I really want to focus on a particular virtue, or the word that just came is skill. But that Tummo practice helps anchor the mind. So you tune into gratitude. All right, okay, there's some anxiety here. All right, I let out the ha. And now I'm going to connect to my big purpose. I'm going to breathe into my soul. I'm going to breathe into that purpose and allow my purpose to be that larger space of love that contains all of the little parts of me, the parts that are scared or anxious or nervous or excited or whatever the case may be. But that breath work allows me to anchor in a non-linear way, so that I can actually feel the vibration of my soul in my cells. I can feel the heat and the warmth of my soul, of my purpose. And not allow my thoughts to take control. So that's the first way. Second way is transforming our anxiety into excitement through treating the situation like a game, or treating the goal, right, the opportunity, as an experiment. It does a couple things. One, you take your identity out of it, because the expectation of failure or even success can be overwhelming. And so when I'm in my practice and I'm thinking about, gosh, I want to create the best movement practice integration with Qigong and strength training and sound, and I've got this big mission and purpose, and I got to, help awaken the planet, if I start to get overwhelmed by that because my technology is failing, or I can't figure something out, or I'm having difficulty with a client, right? My identity is overly attached. And then I get lost in that. And I get overwhelmed by the possibility of failing, or I get overwhelmed by the responsibility of this kind of success. And this is one of my primary practices right now, is to take my identity out of the picture and just treat it like a game, treat it like an experiment, and have that sense of humor and be able to laugh at myself. Oh man, David, you so silly. Why are you freaking out right now? You know that you're going to get through it. It's going to be all right. Just trust. Don't entertain all of the stories and all the negative thoughts. Just leave that be. And so when we can bring that sense of humor and laughing at ourselves, it changes the game, and our heart begins to open instead of constrict, which constricts our blood, which constricts the blood flow to our brain. And then we're no longer in flow state. Now we're in, a state of stress or anxiety or fight or flight. So we take our identity out of it, begin to smile, laugh at ourselves, bring that sense of humor, and then find the sense of play within your purpose. And oftentimes I think about, back to my days of playing football. Every freaking game, I was terrified. Every practice, there's part of me like, oh shit, this is what I got to do right now. Like, I don't want to do this. But then I would tune in to that excitement and that powerful energy of play. Right? So play also has a purpose. And we think about as when we're a kid, right? Like, you play for what? Why do you play? Because it's fun, because there's a challenge there, because there's a possibility of winning or losing, because there's something to play for, right? We're not on the sidelines of our life. We're playing for something of worth right now. And so we can add that sense of play into our purpose, man, it's a game changer. And so just like, all right, I got this. My higher self has got this. My higher self got my back right now. The universe has got my back right now. I'm scared as shit and I'm doing it anyway. I don't even know what to do, but I know that in the moment, it's going to become clear. In the moment when I'm on stage or with that client or whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. When you're at work, whatever you do, when that challenge comes, I trust. I know. I got this. Okay? All right. Time is just flying by. All right. So now let's get to our practice. So what's the goal? The goal of Tummo training. It's a Tibetan word meaning inner fire and is used to, one, drop into the still point. Dropping into the still point of our being. So we're harnessing our breath and our mind into one. And the breath is the anchor. The breath is the anchor into the present moment. It unifies our heart and our soul and our physical body. The second is to overflow our lower dantian. It takes energy to become awake. It takes energy to create. And so before we can truly begin to access the sustained higher levels of consciousness, we have to make sure that we have energy in our lower dantian. On a very physical level, that means nourishing all of our organs, getting enough sleep, eating right, hydrating. All of these things are paramount before we start talking about enlightenment. All right, we got to overflow the energy in our belly, be very connected to our belly and our root, be connected to our emotions, right? Because no matter how high we get spiritually, if we are not attuned to our emotions, then we can be sideswiped. We can be knocked off guard. And so really creating this practice helps to ground in and focus our energy in the lower dantian. And the last and I feel the most important part is it magnifies your soul intention. So think about this. Think about it as a direct plug into the center of your being, into the center of your soul. When we're in the center of our soul, the center of the universe inside of us, we have access to the universe. And time and space doesn't exist, as quantum physics verifies. And we have the ability to transform ourselves, transform our reality from this still point, from this place, from our clear soul intention. And then we observe and we ask for the signs, we ask for the synchronicities. And we listen and it shows up. So the Tummo method, first part is the warrior's breath. And I learned this from two primary teachers. The first was from the Supreme Science Qigong Foundation, Jeff Primack. The second was from Wim Hof. And I highly recommend you check out Wim Hof and his trainings. And he has tons of science behind this method of breathing that we'll go into a little bit. But I really want to stay on track here. Okay, looking at the time. So Tummo method, the first is the warrior's breath. And y'all have been training that for the past month. So you guys should be experts at that by now. And what does the warrior's breath do? It energizes, right? It helps to clear, energize, and focus us. Now, the second part is called the breath lock and sink down, all right? So I'm going to scoot back just a little bit so you can see. So the warrior's breath, right? We're rocking back on the inhale, rocking forward on the exhale. You don't have to do it, just watch. Then on the last inhale, we lock the breath into the lungs, the heart, which allows the oxygen to permeate into our blood cells to a higher degree, permeate through the blood-brain barrier in our brain to a higher degree. And after a couple of seconds, then we sink all the chi in our chest and we put it on our belly. So hands on the belly, I want you to tap your belly hard enough so that it flexes, but it pooches out a little bit. Okay? And then lift your perineum. Now go like this, hand on the lips, one hand on the belly. And then I want you to blow hard and feel your belly push out. So it flexes, but it pushes out. That's called packing in chi. Okay, you got it? Excellent. So we're going to practice this 3 times together. All right? So we do, actually, we're going to practice it 1 time together. We're going to do the warrior's breath, breath lock, sink down. Okay? Now what I want you to do with your palms, because we project energy from here, Lao Gong. This is our healing hands. We receive and project right here. You're going to put your knuckles right inside the wrist and fold over the top. So both Lao Gongs are pretty much aligned. And then put the hands over the belly button. And that's the avenue into the dantian, through the navel. The energy will go back and down. So just pouring into that sun inside your belly. All right? So we're going to do warrior's breath, part 1 and part 2, breath lock and sink down. We'll focus on part 3 in a moment. All right, here we go. We'll do 5 breaths together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Breathe in big through the nose and out. In bigger. And out. 3 and out. 4. And out. Number 5, we're going to hold at the top. Then sink it down into the round belly, relax your shoulders, and begin to exhale softly, smoothly, slowly. Beginning to feel warmth in your palms and your belly. You may feel a little lightheaded, which is natural. We're hyperoxygenating our brain, our blood. So we've got that down, the warrior's breath, breath lock, sink it down into the dantian. The last part is the actual tummo, the inner fire. This is a very important key. When we keep the belly out and down, we are packing in chi. We are pressurizing chi. It's like a laser beam of light going in and filling our belly. And the visual that often comes to me is when I hold the chi of the universe, right, after the warrior's breath, I drop it down through my central channel into my belly. It's like a pebble or a rock that drops into water. Boom, and then these ripples just fill the belly. So we're dropping that anchor of light into an ocean, and then it ripples out. It's like going down to the bottom of the ocean, rippling out. So now let's practice. Now the key as far as physically, right? We keep the belly out and down. And you exhale through pursed lips, like you're breathing out of a little straw. And if there was a feather in front of your lips, it wouldn't move. I'm going to do this 2 times back to back. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Breathing in, connecting to our soul. And in, connecting to the earth. Number 3, connecting to the heavens. Number 4, breathing into our heart. And out. Number 5, breathe it in. Hold it for a moment. Now sink it down into a round belly. Lift your perineum. Begin to Tummo exhale as slow as you can through pursed lips, keeping the belly out and down. Seeing energy pouring from your palms through your navel center, shining onto the sun inside of you. Breathing out for as long and as slow as you can. Pressurizing chi. That lightheaded feeling will become less and less with time as you practice. If you are getting too lightheaded, breathe through your nose with less sound. And if you're not feeling much, breathe with more sound. Call and invoke your soul essence to imbibe your cells, your DNA. We'll do one more. The intention is to ground our soul into our physicality. Breathing in love. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Breathe in big. And out. In. Clearing and cleansing. 3. Rocking back. And then 4. Breathing in, rocking back. Exhaling 4. Last one. Breathing in. Hold it in your heart. Hold the love. Swallow it down into a round belly. Relax your shoulders. And as you exhale, feel the belly staying large. Pouring energy from your palms into the sun inside of you. Shining brighter and brighter, stronger and stronger. Feeling that unconditional love of your soul essence overflow your belly, your organs, your chest, your lungs, your brain, your skin, your entire energy body. And once you've exhaled all your air, massage the belly. Now at this point, you may be noticing your palms are hot. Your belly's hot, or there's tingling, there's vibration. When you open your eyes, your vision may be a little different, more sharp, more clear. Or you may notice other things that I don't even know about. So that's the Tummo method in a nutshell. And when we exhale that long, we slow our heart rate and we actually activate, it's called our vagus nerve, which controls our parasympathetic nervous system of our heart and lungs. So we literally begin to slow our heart rate down through that long exhale, activating our parasympathetic, the rest and digest, essentially turning off the fight or flight response, the cortisol release from the adrenals when we're in stress. So this is an immediate stress reducer and clearer. That's more of a byproduct to me, because the goal is to connect to your soul. The goal is to connect to your soul, your heart's intention. So the Tummo breathwork, the actual practice itself, I like to do a minimum of 3 in the mornings. And I'll set an intention of gratitude, set an intention of connection to my soul, and then set an intention for grace for the day. You know, whatever you're working on for that day, you know, really imbibe that with light, with love, with clarity. You know, so you set a clear intention, breathe with all your heart and soul, and then listen. You know, so as you're exhaling, you're listening, you're letting go. And from that comes the seeing. You may get other insights, visuals, things that just naturally come on their own. Now, if you have any questions about that breathing technique, please drop them in the chat box. Or if you have any other things you feel it is important to share at this moment, please do so. And we're going to move right along. So Wim Hof, back in 2008, myself and about 50 other Qigong practitioners trained with Wim at his first ever public training, and it was for 5 days. And that was actually the very beginning of, he never thought to teach groups, but my first Qigong teacher emailed him in and said, hey, you know, we would love to learn like what you do. How can you stay in the ice? Like what is, you know, you call it Tummo, how do you do it? What is this like? And it was so magical to train with him and be in his presence. And the last, I think 6 to 7 years now, he's traveling all over the world teaching his methods. And he's sharing the science behind why it works, how it works. And what I love about him is he's in his physical presence, he's so joyful, so humble. And he'll sing songs in different languages. We'll stand on our heads. We just do crazy stuff. And the essence of the breath practice is these deep warrior's breaths. And then there's some kind of retention. His version is a little bit different than what I taught you, but I found in my own practice that this first version that I taught you helps harness the inner fire a little bit more clearly, and then you can go to the more advanced stages of Tummo later, and we're going to do that at the retreat. So, kind of in a nutshell, pumps tons of oxygen to our blood, our brain. We talked about the still point, stilling the mind, the inner peace, and the energy rush that happens. So that if I do 3 sets, that's roughly 10 minutes. Now, when we were doing this practice with Wim, we would do this for an hour, 2 hours. All right. So this week, I challenge you to do a long set one time. And you can set an intention for each one. And so my goal today is to do a longer set of about 20, possibly 30 minutes. Okay. And I talked about the vagus nerve. And we're not going to talk about cold showers. There's lots of benefits to it. And it helps us begin to create antibodies, antiviral, and clears depression, a number of other health benefits. And that's all I got to say about that. From Hafiz, the man. All right. So changing gears, we did our breath work. I'm going to cover these last couple of slides so we can get into our breathing practice. So this week is all about the heart, the fire element, right? It's that passion, that purpose, that sense of playfulness that brings light, that brings life. And what happens to our hearts when we have a heavy heart? What happens when something traumatic or there's some kind of suffering or pain that happens, right? We disconnect. We become numb. There's a lot of things that, we lose the joy for life. And so the most powerful key to healing our hearts is forgiveness, is forgiving. And this book I highly recommend for you. And if you work with other people or other clients, it's really, really a powerful book. And Desmond Tutu, he just tuning in to see how important it is for me to share this, because I want to be on track and on time, and it doesn't feel important. So I'm going to get right to it. The Book of Forgiving, the fourfold path that he outlines. And just the short background, the apartheid, which was in South Africa, which lasted for many, many years, and there was so much killing and pain and suffering. And in order for this country to survive and actually to thrive and come back to balance, they had to forgive, because revenge and hate would have destroyed their country. So the fourfold path of forgiveness, number 1 is telling the story. Telling the story from your heart. What are the facts? What happened? And sometimes it's painful, sometimes it's hard, and sometimes we doesn't feel safe to share. So beginning by writing or journaling or telling the story to a close friend or a professional, hire the professionals. So that's the first part, is telling the story. Let it out. That's part of our hero's journey, is to let the story see how the challenge created the breakthrough, going from victim to hero. Second is naming the hurt. Name the hurt. Share the feelings within the facts. So without over elaborating or creating a victim story, just naming the hurt. What are the emotions? What are the raw emotions? Right? Naming what occurred. It's the most base level. Just name it. Give it voice. Let it out. Give it space to breathe. And allow your heart to to be vulnerable. The strength comes from the vulnerability. The strength comes through the witnessing, through the seeing. The third part is granting forgiveness. This is where compassion comes in, because no matter how bad or atrocious the harm was that someone has done, if we hold on to that resentment or anger or whatever, it becomes like a poison inside of us. And so it's through compassion for ourselves that we forgive. We have the courage to forgive, to release our own self from the bonds of hate or rage, and free up our soul, free up the heaviness, so we can begin to tell a new story. We can tell a new story. And my belief is that everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And I don't always need to understand it. But with that in mind, I can always find the blessing in disguise. I can always find that nugget of wisdom somehow, some way. Maybe it takes time. Usually it takes time. But if we're open, if our heart is open, we grant that forgiveness, and our heart becomes more light, and the wisdom naturally becomes revealed. And the last piece is renewing or releasing the relationship. So this can be done on an energetic level. It doesn't have to be in physicality. You can release that relationship, let it go. And if it is something that feels really important to share, because this is a relationship that you honor or cherish, well, then you create a new relationship, and you share from that suffering what has occurred to create a new clarity of expression, of boundaries, of healing that's needed for you to renew the relationship. It's not to sweep anything under the rug, but to renew it, to create a new relationship, and let go of any resentment or ill will. So there's time we just have to release. And you can even do this with somebody who has passed on, or somebody who is inaccessible to you. You can release it. You can release the energy, the cords, and feel renewed and create a new story. All right. So that is all of the content for us. And now we're going to go into our healing practice here. So take your time dropping in. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your crown connected. Your heart open. Feel that pillar of light that you are. And simply breathe down into your belly. Relax. And begin to envision a healing circle. See each one of us like nodes of light, pillars of light on the planet. And see us in a circle, this column of healing light. Call in your higher self. Call in your spiritual guides. Connect to your spiritual lineage. Connect to all the awakened beings, light warriors, healers that are here to help us. Begin to feel their presence. It's as if we were in an arena, and we're at the center of the arena as one heart and one mind, and surrounding us is a stadium of these enlightened beings. Feel these guardians of light with us now. And we ask for the support the amplification of our prayers and our breath work today. Begin to feel your deep purpose as an earth guardian, as a way shower. And we're going to use the number 5 for each element: earth, water, fire, air, and space. Sometimes it's called ether or great spirit. And remember to bring your hands now over your belly, like this, energizing our dantian. And we begin. This first breath is connecting to the earth, deep, deep down into Mother Earth, tuning our frequency vibration to the ascension codes of Mother Earth. Our entire planet is ascending, is transforming, and we are the physical embodiment of this light. On 3, for Mother Earth and all beings on this beautiful planet. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Breathing in and out. In and out. 3 is bigger and out. 4 is deeper. 5, with all your heart and soul, breathe in. Hold it at the top. Swallow it down into a round belly, and as you Tummo exhale, feel that you are a pillar of light. This light is shining on the earth, shining on the mountains, the trees, the rocks, the stones, deep into the soil, deep into the center of Mother Earth. This light is shining like waves on every living being, on every creature. And see Mother Earth as she looks from space, enveloped in this healing light, sending this brilliant healing light inside every living thing. And this next breath is to amplify and anchor both our spiritual lineage and our blood lineage, our ancestors. We do this work to heal our hearts and to heal our ancestors. On 3, for all those who have come before us. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Breathe in and out. Bigger and deeper. In and out. 3. In and out. In, rocking back. Out, rocking forward. Last one, breathing in. Hold that light in your heart. As you drop it down into your belly and 2 more exhale, feel this healing light like ripples forward and backward in time. Feeling the love and the support of our ancestors. Healing the pain and the suffering of our ancestors. Healing the lack, limitation, and fear from our ancestors. Healing our DNA codes. Remembering our true essence. Thank you for your support. Thank you, grandmothers. Thank you, grandfathers. Thank you for your life. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for your struggles. I am here as a representative of my lineage, for good and for bad, for light and for dark. I embrace all of my nature. And I embrace my essence. Now we breathe for our essence, attuning to our higher self, feeling the earth beneath our feet, feeling the grand central sun, the source of light, of life moving through us. I am that I am, calling forth my beloved God presence I am, calling forth my higher self, my soul essence, to imbibe every cell, every pore, every gland, every DNA strand with the light my essence and my soul. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Breathe it in. And now, light up your soul. In. And now, 3 is bigger. And now, 4. And now, number 5, breathe it in and hold it. Permeate the light inside as you drop it down. Exhaling. Feeling the frequency and vibration of your soul shining brighter and stronger. Begin to envision and see your soul singing from the mountaintops, sharing your gifts with ease and grace. See your higher self opening the way. Feeling our spiritual guides opening the way for clarity, for trust in the unknown. We are creating a new earth. We are creating a new map. And each one of you plays an important part of this. Now smile down. Smile. Feel that grace and support of our higher self, of our ancestors, the presence of God, the presence of the universe with us. This next breath is for love. Tune into someone you love, someone you care about. First person that comes into your mind. And feel that grounding force that you are right now. Amplify that grounding force of love. And we're going to send this love from our heart, from the divine. And see this person well, healed, happy, whole. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Breathing in. And in. And in. 4. Number 5, breathing in. Hold it. Swallow it down into your belly. As you exhale, see beams of radiating light, love, and healing. See your eyes meeting their eyes, sending this light deep into their heart. Feel it flowing in, sending unconditional love and support. I love you, I honor you, I appreciate you. Envisioning this person whole, happy, enjoying life. Remember your true nature, my dear one. Remember your true nature. I want to do it again. With all your heart and soul, let this person know how much you love and care about them. And we ask for divine guidance to amplify our prayers. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Breathing in. And in. And 3. 4. Now, number 5, with all your soul, breathe it in. Hold the love. Feel the love. Drop it down into your belly. And as you exhale, see wings of light and love carrying this healing energy. And see it like raindrops now, falling upon their consciousness, upon their skin, flowing through their brain and their heart. And feel this person embrace you. And see you hugging heart to heart, embraced in this larger field of love, like the arms of God, the wings of angels. I love you. I honor you. I am you. You are me. We are divine reflections for each other. As we open this space of deep love and healing now, we transition into forgiveness. As we forgive, we are forgiven. So the first person or situation that comes into your mind to forgive, give yourself permission on 3 to let it go, to forgive, to release. On 3, 1, 2, calling in the strength of your higher self. 3, exhale. Breathe it in and in and 3, bigger. Now 4, deeper. Number 5, with all you've got, breathe it in. Hold it, activating compassion in your heart. Drop it down. As you exhale, tuning into forgiveness and feeling your energetic body being cleared of these cords of anger, of resentment, of rage, of sadness, of fear. Seeing these cords being cleared from your physical body, your energetic body, your spiritual body, returning to source, returning to light. I forgive you. I am open to forgiving. I am open to letting go. Beginning to see these cords that have bound us being released. It's like pulling out weeds from our system, letting them go, and seeing these spaces inside being filled with love, with compassion. Now we move to forgiveness for ourselves. Forgiveness for the judgment, the negative beliefs, the false identities we've created for ourselves. I forgive you, David. I forgive you. Say your name. Say your name. I forgive you. I love you. I honor you. I know you're trying your best, and I forgive you. Give yourself permission to forgive yourself for any mistakes, for any past wrongs that you have done. Give yourself this opportunity right here and now. On 3, calling in the support of our higher self, our soul essence, to truly forgive. 1, 2, 3, exhale. Breathing in and out, big as you can, in and out, with all your soul, in and out. 4, and out, with everything you got, breathe it in, hold, feeling compassion as you drop it down into your belly, and as you Tummo exhale, see yourself like a phoenix rising from the ashes, rising from the illusion, and see the old patterns melting away like old skin, melting off of you. And you are that phoenix rising high into the sky, touching the source of life itself, the source of creation. Feeling these waves of compassion filling you, renewing every cell, gland, pore, every DNA strand being filled with love, activating the gifts, the frequencies of your gifts as you forgive. And then see your inner child and embrace that inner child. Let them know everything will be okay. Everything will be all right. And as we forgive ourselves, we once again have access to that curiosity, that playfulness as we let go of the judgment of ourselves. And as we reconnect to our essence, that joy and that play now, see your purpose. Maybe your purpose isn't clear, and that's okay. So we call in the wisdom and the guidance to create even more clarity for our purpose. We ask for the synchronicities and signs, and we are open to receiving these signs to direct us on our path, and calling in that playfulness in our purpose, that resilience within our purpose. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Breathing in and connecting to your purpose. In and number 3. In and out. Grounding your purpose. In and out. Last one with all your heart. Breathe it in. Hold the magic of your purpose in your heart clearly. Drop it into your belly. And as you exhale, see your purpose being fulfilled right now, in this moment, on this planet. See the people you're touching, the lives you're changing, simply through your presence. Simply through your presence. And seeing the resources, the funds, the teachers, the healings, all coming through now. Everything you need is within you now. Everything you need to fulfill your purpose is within you now. Claim it. Own it. Embrace it. And smile down. Feeling that connection to our higher self and our inner child. Now, as we get close to closing our practice, tune into gratitude. Tune into gratitude for all the support that's here, for our community of light, and see other light workers all throughout the planet, both locally in our communities and abroad. See us all standing in this circle, across the lands, across the seas, in this pillar of light shining on earth. We are building the new earth here and now, right in this moment. And so we tune into gratitude and we receive right now. And we see the new earth, brilliant, glowing. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Breathing in. And visualize it. In. And in. And out. With all your soul. In. Now, last one. Breathing in for gratitude. Hold it. Swallow it down into your belly, and as you exhale, see these pillars of light creating conscious communities, seeing lands filled with our brothers and our sisters, new education systems, new healthcare systems, new sources of energy for our planet. See it clearly in your mind's eye. The new ways of being on our planet, the new communities of light, integrated with technology, integrated with ancient wisdom practices, with mind-body practices, with conscious communication, teaching each child how to connect to their soul, to their creative essence. And smile and receive. As we close our practice now, breathing into our belly, tuning into gratitude for this moment, tuning into gratitude for the divine nature that is both within us and all around us. Tuning into that presence of God, the presence of the universe, smiling, honoring, rubbing your belly. Then massage your body, feeling the warmth and the heat, that inner fire. Massage anywhere you feel called to, using that energy to heal. And then we're going to just create a clear and simple container as we close our practice. So inhale, you're going to raise your arms up like this, fingertips touching the sky. Closing this sacred portal, this sacred gate. Closing our practice down in honor and love and sending these ripples out of healing. And then pulling down the heavens, feeling sovereign, feeling united in heart and mind, in body and soul. Our circle is complete. Our practice is finished. Take your time. It is 6:28 right now. Just bask in this stillness for a few more breaths. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for showing up.